Yeah!
Woohoo!
How do we like our fights? We like them in Iowa. It's been a while since the hallowed octagon made its way to Iowa, but it's there now, everybody. UFC Des Moines going down in about 30 minutes time. And I gotta say, pretty darn good fight night card. One negative, one knock. Starts at 7 p.m. and the 6-fight main card at 10 p.m. Eastern. But hey, as far as like quality of fights goes, this is a pretty damn good card. But I'm Mike Hack, broadcasting live from Orlando, Florida. Thank you for joining us for the People's Pre-Fight Show and joining me to answer your questions and discuss UFC Des Moines and much more is the baddest producer in all of the land, the baddest stash in MMA, the chair swinging fool himself, the one and only Casey Leydon. How many chairs spins are we getting?
Let's go two. We got two today.
Two, okay.
I'm excited. It's a good fight card. That's boy Cory's fighting.
Yeah,
I love this main event. So, I've had a long day already.
Yeah, me same. It's been I feel every bit of 42 after doing the whole Universal thing the last 2 days, but it's been a blast. I felt like a child. I got evened out the golf tan quite a bit over the last couple of days, so I'm very excited. I got a golden brown going on from almost head to toe. So shout out Orlando, shout out to the Sunshine State for making this all possible. And yeah, let's go to the questions. Let's talk UFC Des Moines. And before we get to the questions, Casey, this main event, this is the one even like 2-3 months ago, right? Like as soon as this fight was announced, we were like, what main event are you looking forward to most? It was this one, right? Sandhagen Figueiredo, more than pretty much anything the UFC had on the books from that point on. What, am I right?
Well, for me, I'm just a giant Cory Sandhagen fan. Obviously, Figgy Smalls is just an amazing fighter. He's so it's just a very competitive matchup. And I just want to see him fight. I just like this matchup a lot, and I'm glad it's not in the Apex. I'm bummed out it's so late for you guys. That just sucks for East Coast fans. That just sucks. But I like the card. I like the co-main event. Fights I'm very interested in, and it's a good fight night card. This is kind of what we should expect from fight night cards. So
yep,
that's all. Yeah. So to the questions.
I'm very ready for this one. Let's go to the questions. Yes, let's party.
Let's party. What we got here? Super chat first. All right.
Last day. Wow, these graphics are so sick. Where have I been? This happened in the last day? What happened? They debuted yesterday? The whole preview show I missed. Last night's boxing card was legendarily bad. Yeah, that's pretty much the consensus from everything that I've seen online outside of, DAZN employees and those who sort of like shill for Turkey. Everyone else said this is one of the all-time bad nights of boxing that there has ever been in terms of actual start to finish fight quality. Outside, I mean, when you have a main event that ends in an upset and a knockdown, that's kind of cool, right? But Devin Haney just with an all-time stinker of a win. And yeah, it was just bad. Like things that I've heard, everything about it was just real bad. Bad to cover it, bad in execution. Ryan Garcia losing is catastrophically bad for the most part. So not great. Not great, Bob.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Is it bad just because of the high profile names? I'm assuming that just because people were just expecting so much more. I saw some clips. I didn't watch too much of it. Esther watched the fight. She was like, it was boring. I was like, bummer. It's a bummer.
So basically, the way it was described to me by like people who watched it, like I had friends who like only talk to me at times, like when it comes to fights, and I had like a couple of very good friends who love boxing, and I woke up to some texts this morning being like, dude, this is the worst fucking card I've ever seen. Like just all stuff that just real bad stuff. And one text was, this is like the Apex with a green screen. Because there was nobody there. There was like 17 people actually able to sit in the seats and watch the fights. and then no one else could get near it. Like, what a bummer. You couldn't have just gone to like fucking Shea Stadium and done Shea Stadium, City Field or whatever, like Yankee Stadium. Like, what are we doing here? You do this cool thing at Times Square, and it's great for social media to be like, "Ooh, look at this! We have a bar in the middle of Times Square." And it's a frigging bummer. Oh, it's brutal, real bad. So
yeah,
be better.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know. They were very ambitious with this card, and maybe just overly ambitious, I guess. The idea sounded great. Oh, Times Square, like Ryan Garcia, David Henry in Times Square. But then you actually saw it was like these walls. There's only like 15 people watching. It wasn't what you expect. And I guess the city wouldn't allow them to put the fights on the big screens and stuff because, it's fights, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So, it was just like the Ring magazine, just putting each other over. The commentary, from what I understand, was not very good. Jim Lampley was bad. Coppinger was bad. Like, literally everything that I've heard was bad. It's just not good. And by the way, I saw the Ring magazine's tweet. 260,000 pay-per-view buys. I have never called more bullshit about any combat sports number in my life. There is no possible way that this thing did 260,000. No way. No way. If this thing did 26,000 buys, I would be shocked, honestly. I really would be. There was no buzz for this card at all. Zero. Absolutely none.
Why? Why was there no buzz for this card?
Because it was a Friday. It was a Friday, and this, like, the idea of this thing was like, oh, cool. And then when people saw what it actually was, they're like, why am I doing this? Why am I going to spend $60 or whatever to watch Ryan Garcia beat a dude he's a minus 5,000? I mean, he didn't. And then Devin Haney was like an even bigger favorite against his opponent. Like, are people going to watch what they perceive as squash matches when the whole thing is like, why don't we just do Garcia and Haney now? Nope. We did the whole thing where we put these two dudes on the same card when they should be fighting each other. One guy wins a stinker and the other guy loses. And now they're going to have to try to sell a rematch for later on this fall. So, yeah. This is not good. Not good.
Yeah. Boxing
better.
They tried to have a big night. It didn't work out. Yeah.
And now Canelo's out. They're back at it again with Canelo tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in another squash match where he's like a minus 12,000 favorite against this dude. And he's already set up another fight. So, what are we doing here? It's all shit. The UFC isn't like this UFC card is way more exciting to me than the Canelo fight, or anything.
Oh
else.
yeah, with the Canelo fight, yeah. I mean, I was looking forward to the Fatal Fury card, but just one of those.
Yep. Ambitious is probably the right word, but it's going to go down as a letdown. Boxing is back. Boxing's on fire right now, but just like when you think they're in such a great place, they come back and they do this, and they deliver a stinker.
Yeah.
And Canelo's not walking until 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. So that's a late one, too, for a fight that is going to... Canelo's just going to win a 12-round decision because he's not going to nuke this dude like he should.
Yeah. Kind of getting over the, pay $80 to see Canelo fight a guy. Like, all right, we've done that enough. That's...
Yeah. But wait, it's for the undisputed title. Yeah, great.
Oh, is he fighting this weekend? I'm
Yes, he's fighting Sunday. Yes,
Sunday,
Inoue will save this. Yes, that's right. He will. He will do what is expected of him. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna knock a fool out because that's what he does. Because he is exciting. This is not like he's making money and he's getting pound for pound recognition. He's getting into the great status, and that's awesome. But he's just who he is. He knows the assignment. He goes out there and just beats the hell out of people and does it so in such a fun and technical way. He's just so great. But you don't have to get to see him on these cards because he doesn't want to be a part of the bullshit. And I love it.
Thank you for reminding all of us fight fans about this card tomorrow. I mean, this card on Sunday. So thank you. We'll move on now. Super chat from Brian.
Any particular reason Brad Tavares got cut? Yes, this I also saw. Brad Tavares no longer on the UFC roster. What was his last fight? Was it Mearshart?
He just lost Tavares.
Did he lose or did he win?
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Didn't he fight Mearshart and win?
Oh, you're right. It wasn't a win. Oh yeah. I guess they just didn't renew his contract. How odd. I assumed he lost, but I know it was kind of a nothing fight. But he was coming off 2 losses, but he had a good win over Jared Mearshart. Beat Weidman, lost to Gregor Rodriguez, lost to the Iron Turtle, beat Jared Mearshart, and after 26 walks to the UFC octagon, the UFC said, peace.
Good luck. So I have no inside base. Yeah, I have no inside baseball knowledge on this at all. My guess is this is a TKO. Yeah, man, this dude's making too much money. Gotta let him go. We saw what WWE did yesterday. They cut a whole bunch of. They cut a lot of stuff, and they cut a lot of wrestlers, including Shayna Baszler yesterday, which was really surprising to me. Braun Strowman, Cora Jade, who's actually like really popular, got cut. So yeah, it's that time where we're cutting costs, however we got to do it. Brad Tavares, he's not a champion or anything, but I bet he's making 6 figures a fight, being in there for 26 fights.
Yeah, he's probably one of the highest paid Venom fighters, or whatever.
For sure. So that's probably what it is to me, and again,
that's how you have massive profits. You have massive profits because you don't spend the money.
Yep, and they don't need to. They absolutely do not need to. They have no fear whatsoever. So
yeah, that's a bummer, but that's the business world we live in, and there's really no other reason to not to re-sign them. Rather,
that's what I think.
Thank you much. All right. This all right. Fahim.
Agree or disagree when I say Bo isn't all that?
Is it tonight? Is tonight one of those questions? Can we answer that? If Bo rolls through the Ritter,
I think you have to, right?
He has to be all that. I mean, all that being, a future contender, rather.
Look, here's what I'm going to say. Even if he loses, I will. It depends on how you define all that.
Yeah.
You have to look. I hated his performance against Paul Craig. Hated it. It was a tough watch. It was better suited to have that fight, not at Madison Square Garden, but in Times Square last night. That's where that fight should have happened, considering the entertainment value that it presented to UFC fans. Having said that, that was Bo Nickal's 7th pro MMA fight, and he beat Paul Craig 30-27. It ain't the most impressive fight to watch. No one's going to sit on the couch and call their friends over and be like, hey, you know what we should do tonight? We should go watch Bo Nickal versus Paul Craig from UFC 309. That'll get the night started just right. That's the pregame we need. No one's going to do that. But he still won. And he won convincingly against a guy who is a wily veteran, a guy who has a submission win over the current light heavyweight champion of the world who hasn't lost a fight since then. So it's a good win. This is, to me, this dude's fighting for a belt in 2026 test. If he goes out there and just runs Reinier de Ridder tonight, this guy's fighting for a belt in 2026. That's the question I have right now. Is he fighting for a belt in 2026 or is he fighting for a belt in 27 or 28? He's got to fight for a belt. The UFC is going to get him there at some.
Oh, we lost you for a moment.
You are tonight? Yeah, man.
Oh, sorry. You dropped out for 5 seconds, but you're back.
Yeah. If he dusts up RDR tonight, I don't know what else you need from the man.
Yeah. I'm going to, as much as I hated the Paul Craig fight as someone who wants to watch government-sanctioned violence on my TV, I think from a fight perspective, a coaching perspective, I think they're almost kind of pleased with that performance in the sense that he's a grappler. He spent 15 minutes against a professional fighter in the stand-up. Stayed very disciplined, never went off a game plan. Yes, it was ugly to watch. Yes, the striking was simplistic. And basically, I felt like we were watching the same almost like the same 30-second loop over and over. That it was one of those type fights. So I get it wasn't entertaining, but I'm gonna give him a mulligan in the sense that he's like overrated. I just think that was a fight that just was not pleasing for us to watch, but he did get the win, and more importantly, he took, I think, no significant damage. And
nothing.
Yeah, so that's, as a fighter, as a coach, that's always extremely important. I know as a fan, we don't really care. We're like, yeah, just hit each other. But you know what I'm trying to say?
I'll tell you what, man. If Bo Nickal after the fight just said, yeah, not my best night, but look, Paul Craig is a veteran of the game. I was almost going to say legend because that just seems to be the thing people say about guys who have more than 10 UFC fights. But I'm not going down that road. But it was just like, yeah, this guy's really dangerous. He submitted Magomed Ankalaev with the second left. You just have to mind your P's and Q's with a guy like this. So, yeah, I know it wasn't the most entertaining fight, but, I got the win. I'm happy about that. I'm sorry. But instead he came out and was like, oh, my God, I should be the number one contender for the middleweight title after that performance. It was perfect. It was the best. I fought him perfectly. Like, maybe in, like, some sense, like, his coaches were like, yeah, man, you did everything we told you to do. It was great. But in terms of like the casual viewership and like the people you're trying to impress who are going to buy pay-per-views that you're going to be a part of. You are a prize
fighter. Yeah.
You have to be a little more kind of realistic with things, but the man is who he is. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Yeah. So, but if he came out and like was like honest about what that was, I think it would have gone over better. And I think people would have not jumped off the train as quickly as they did.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I forgot about that, the post fight speech. And usually, I'm someone that doesn't put that much value in it. But that was one of those negatives. So yeah, I get it. But we'll see. Yeah. Tonight's another night, and one fight makes you forget about the last fight. It's all about what you did, your last fight. So we'll see. All right, what we got here? Bobby Atkins.
With TKO releasing a lot of female wrestlers, are you worried about women's MMA?
Oh, TKO.
Like them just cutting the women's roster, being like, "Hey, this bantamweight division's trash. Like, get rid of it." God, I hope not. But I should peel back the curtain a little bit. We talk like we have conversations like internally about this because like. We don't want to get, but has there been? When was the last time we had like? I don't know. It's women's MMA is in a weird position. Like they need something big to happen, and soon. And I know like Nunes coming back is a big deal, but it just seems very. It's leveled out so much. Remember, like we watched strawweight fights. We were like, "Hey, don't worry about it. The strawweights are fighting," and that like we know it's going to be a banger. It's not that we've had like terrible fights, but just nothing memorable. You know what I mean? It's just a weird place. And a lot of it just has to do with like how the UFC is right now. It's not about creating new stars. It's not about putting talent over. It's about just putting fights on a fight poster. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Like, no, the amount of people who don't even know that Valentina Shevchenko is fighting Manon Fiorot next weekend is hilarious to me. People who watch fights every Saturday that I talk to, they're like, "Oh shit, Valentina's fighting next weekend?" Yeah, she's fighting next weekend. That's not good when people who watch the product every week don't even know that one of the champions is fighting on pay-per-view the following weekend. So I guess, so the long and short of it, I'll ask you, Casey, are you worried about what's going on here, and could this impact women's MMA in the UFC?
I think it's separate. I kind of think there's separate issues with TKO releasing a bunch of the women wrestlers, but also UFC. Just you're right. I was a big proponent of women's MMA. I was at all the initial Invicta cards. I helped out a lot of them initially when to get off the ground. Some of my best experiences watching fights was at the early Invicta cards. And women's MMA it's in a dip right now. Is that UFC's fault? Is that just they just haven't found that next. They found good fighters, but they haven't found that next Ronda. And yeah, I mean, it's a bum. It's a bummer. I don't know. It's a bummer. I mean, at my gym, we have, for our team practices, they'll be up to, 30, 40 dudes, and we might get 3 women in there, 3 maybe. So yeah, just not. I mean, even like on the regional, I go to local fights all the time here, and if there was a 14 fight card, maybe 1 female fight, if you're lucky, 2. So there's not many coming up either. It's not like there's these Bo Nickals out there for a female Bo Nickal or something. You're like, oh, wait till they start doing MMA. There's just very few out there, and I don't have a real answer for it. Other than
it's in a very strange place.
Yeah,
because even like Invicta, like even Invicta doesn't even seem to be like developing new talent. It just seems to be like ex-UFC fighters or old Invicta fighters coming back to like refight for them. You know what I mean? It's just people who fought for them 5 years ago are fighting for them again. So we're not getting, I don't know. It's just in a very strange spot. So we'll see what Contender Series looks like this year. See if they put on an influx of a female talent. But man, like they're just, everyone that they've tried to like push to sort of break through just didn't or hasn't fought in forever. So
that's been a big thing too. There's just giant gaps, Basically,
like
fighting 3 times a year is a luxury now. Like we're getting like 2 fights a year, maybe 1 fight a year from so many fighters now. We're just not seeing them enough,
Like Cortez could have been a star, but she's fighting like once a year, once every 18 months. Like she's so inactive, and it's like that with a lot of the fighters that could have been over. But yeah, I'm not worried overall because they'll just, again, the UFC will just replenish what they've lost with 10-10 fighters off Contender Series. That's the business model. Mm-hmm. High paid fighters go away, and Contender Series people come on. So,
all right. Thank you, Bobby. A few more super chats.
Sam Alvey and Phil Davis both got KOs this week. What a time. Shout out to Karate Combat. They actually like did some kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
They got some big names. I mean, apparently Arman Tsarukyan, his grappling match wasn't a spectacular viewing event. But again, it's not all grappling matches are going to be spectacular viewing events. So it's the sort of the chance you take. But Phil Davis, man, that was nasty. That was friggin' filthy. Good on him.
Hey, but he's back in my rankings, baby. He's back. He's back, baby.
And Sam Alvey's become, like Jed actually tweeted it beautifully. Because I was like, my original thought when I saw the highlight last night was Sam Alvey is to Karate Combat what Mike Perry is to BKFC. Like it just felt like, their UFC runs weren't great, but then they found this new thing and they're just killing it over there. Like, did anybody think Sam... And shout out to Sam Alvey, because the Jake Paul callouts are dumb, and he's never, ever in a trillion... He could pay Jake Paul $10 million. Like, here's Jake. Here's a briefcase with $10 million in it. Let's box. And Jake would say no.
Oh, like no.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
What happened? I got to fix that. Go on.
That was incredible. But then... But he called out Eddie Hall. I love that. I love the Eddie Hall call out. Just be interesting. That's fun. Go up and fight Eddie.
Okay. Man, for the first time ever, my program crashed. Hold on. Let me get we're back. Hold on. Let me get Mr. Heck back here. Oh no, it's even. Oh, while we wait for Mr. Heck, I'll throw up some questions. Oh man, whatever. Oh, we got. Oh, all right. That was the first. Everything just crashed on my computer.
Okay. I was like, is it mine? And then I looked.
No, that was on me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Well, I mean, look, when you bring up Sam Alvey on the People's Pre-Fight Show,
Yeah.
you break the internet, you break everything, and Sam Alvey's just on fire right now. So good on Sam, man. You fell production levels.
How dare you? How dare you?
What a dink.
Oh yeah, I will blame the tariffs on that one. Yeah, the tariffs. I don't want to get political, guys. I don't want to get political, man. But these tariffs, man, they got me.
All right. What else we got? We got a few minutes, and then we can make predictions and enjoy the fisticuffs.
All right.
How's your day at EKC?
Well, since you asked, Jay, I woke up at 8 this morning. I have a grappling tournament tomorrow. I had to cut to 165. I woke up at 171. So I went downstairs, put my sweats on, put my plastics on, hit the bag for 30 minutes, then got in a tub of hot water and some salt in it, Epsom salt, and I dropped 6 pounds in about 45 minutes, and that was a horrible experience. But then I went down, weighed in, and because you can weigh in early for this grappling tournament, so that sucked. And then came home, drank a little bit of Pedialyte or whatever, then went back and did some sparring. That was a horrible day because I was so freaking exhausted, and I never felt older. I was like, oh my God, I'm so old. I can't be doing this anymore. Came home, took a little nap, and now I'm here with you with my PFL production quality. So here we are.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Mike, we're finally getting Montel Jackson again. What should we expect? Expect a first or second round knockout. Montel Jackson's so good, man. He's so good. He just doesn't fight, and it's annoying. It's so annoying that he doesn't fight as much as he does. But
I feel like he's your favorite fighter that never fights.
Like before I was super high on Arman Tsarukyan as a fighter, I was on Team Montel Jackson. Like it's been Montel forever, man. Like always been a big fan of this guy and always putting him over. Just watching him just nuke dudes in pure FC. Like that's when I first started hearing about him, because I started hearing about this guy who wore the same size gloves or bigger than Brock Lesnar. Dude wears like Ngannou gloves. Yeah, he wears like triple XL friggin' MMA gloves because this guy hits so hard. But he's so good. He's so talented, and it's like a natural talent. And they're just trying to hone it in. And now he's, getting to this place where he's just getting better and better skill wise. But his prime, he's like getting towards the tail end of his prime fighting years. He's 33 at bantamweight, which he could still have like a couple of really good years left. But this is a guy who probably could have fought for a belt. I'm not saying he can't still, but again, like every time he gets momentum, he's out for a year or out for more than a year.
Do we know why? Is it injuries?
I don't have no idea.
No idea. Yeah. I only hear about him during fight week. If that, I see his post-fight interview. He's like, "Oh, that's a chill dude," and then I just kind of forget about him. And a year passes, and like, oh man, he's back.
Yeah, he's not a man. He's not a man of many words either. I've interviewed him a bunch of times, but he's.
Which I appreciate that, but
yeah, you try to get something out of him.
Yeah,
and it's a victory if you can get that man to like crack a smile or tell a joke. Because once you get him going, he's real fun. But I'm excited to see him back in there. It's a very winnable fight for him. Daniel Marcus is good, undefeated guy, but. Just avoid the double penalty shots like Adrian Yanez had to deal with at UFC Tampa. The double foul, the kicking the balls and the eye poke simultaneously.
I'm assuming Jackson's he's a favorite. Tapology, 80% of fans are picking him to win. I feel that's about right. Danny Marcus is good, but Jackson's. What is Jackson? When is his last loss?
Was it what's his fucking name? He's not even in the UFC anymore.
Oh, Brett Johns.
Brett Johns, yep. Brett Johns.
5 years
That was
ago,
his last
July
loss.
of 2020. But he's only fought one.
And his previous loss before that was his debut, and he took that fight on like 3 days' notice against Ricky Small.
Wow. That was good. All right, Montel Jackson. Can't wait to see him fight tonight. What else we got? Oh, yes.
Anything else? Is Arman shooting himself in the foot lately? What, the grappling match? And then
I saw
he did an interview,
tweet.
I saw some interviews, or I saw a clip from a certain interview. It wasn't in English, so like I don't want to disrespect the people who put these interview clips and try to transcribe them online. But until like we use our own transcribers to actually do it, I don't know what's real and what isn't. But it seems to be something that's gone on, saying like, I guess he's saying that the UFC offered him Gamrot for a fight night main event, and he said no. Why am I going to fight the number 10 dude? And you know what? I don't blame him one bit for saying that. As much as I would love to see the Gamrot fight, to see the wrong righted in their rematch, because I still think to this day Arman Tsarukyan won that fight. Arman's in just a different position right now. Like that he gets nothing from beating Mateusz Gamrot right now, other than, hey, I just showed the world that I won the first time and I just beat him again. He gains nothing from beating Gamrot. Nothing at all.
So. He might not even be guaranteed a title shot if he did, too.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. He gains nothing. He's in the literal same position he's in right now.
If he probably put it back at the Apex too, make him do that fight again at the Apex.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think they said maybe they were gonna do like a summer card in Abu Dhabi or something, and they were gonna maybe main event with that, which would have been cool. But I totally understand why Arman wouldn't take that fight. Get it? I totally get it. Especially when he could fight like, there's a chance he could fight Paddy or fight Oliveira or fight one of those big names right now. Like, you just kind of wait and see how this all plays out. What if Jack Della Maddalena wins the belt next Saturday and Islam Makhachev moves up? Arman's like right there. So he's right back in the mix.
Yeah, definitely don't take. Yeah, wait one more week. Wait one more week.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we'll see how this all plays out.
All right. I'm just upset at this comment.
Sorry, Mike, but Gamrot won 48-47. All judges scored the same for Gamrot. Well, I don't agree. So did not a lot of other people. Not a lot of other people.
I am aware with the official score, it's the score the fight is, but that means nothing to me. All right.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up MMA decisions real quick. I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see what it was. Oh God, it's like, dude. 1, 2, 3, 7 for Gamrot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 48-47s for Arman. 2 49-46s for Arman. 1 including the great E. Casey Leydon.
Hey.
And a 50-45 for Arman Tsarukyan. So basically it was like 15-7 Arman Tsarukyan over Mateusz Gamrot.
And dude, like this is no diss on Gamrot. That fight was so freaking amazing.
It's one of my favorite fights of the last 5 years. I have watched that fight more than any other fight since I got with MMA fighting. I have watched that fight more than any other fight. I watched that fight. I try to watch that fight like once. For a while, I was watching that fight once a week. I would go on a treadmill and watch that fight. Like, that would keep me going because it's so good. It was high level. This is why the lightweight division is the best in the sport. These two aren't even close to the top dudes, and they're giving us this fight.
Yeah.
Fight rocks.
Right. I've only watched that fight twice, but I haven't seen it in a couple years. Like, of the 25 minutes, how much of that was spent grappling?
Oh God, a whole bunch.
Yeah, which I think is which is
tail
awesome.
End of the fight. Yeah,
yeah, because I think to have a fight of the year candidate and be such a heavy grappling heavy match, I was just so excited to see that. It's like, oh, this is like the grappling I love to see in mixed martial arts. Dude, it was so good. It rocked. So in that sense, I do want them to rematch eventually. just not right now. It just doesn't make sense now.
No,
doesn't make sense
crazy.
now.
Arman would be nuts to take that fight right now.
Yeah. All right. What time is it? We got. Oh, okay. We're at
7:06.
Okay.
Yeah. We good?
Yeah.
Any more supers?
One more.
Who should replace Alvarez against BSD, Rebecki, Dawson, McKinney? So we haven't like fully confirmed this news, but I will tell you how part. Dude, stay with me. Are we here? We're here.
Yeah, we're back. You're there.
Can you hear me? Okay, we're back. I am at Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure. I get off the Jurassic Park River Adventure ride, and I get a text message from somebody I will not name, and they say, "Hey, guess what? Joel Alvarez is not fighting next Saturday." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "How do you know this?" And I was told that this person was 100% sure he's not fighting. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with that. We have to like reach out and try to figure this out. And we have tried, and we have not gotten any response at all. So the person who reported this, I'm no disrespect. It would not shock me at all if they went on this person reaching out to them as well and then just going with it. But again, we have not fully confirmed this. I will say one fighter, because I've obviously had a lot of conversations about this, and shout out to the wife and kid who understood like what the job is, and that even when you're standing in line to ride the freaking Incredible Hulk, you have to send off some messages. I have been told Matusz Rebecki, if this news is true, is one of the fighters that is not just raising his hand to jump into said fight. He is like storming the castle wanting this fight with Benoit Saint-Denis. So it could be Matusz Rebecki. Honestly, that would be my choice. That would be my choice. It would probably not be Grant Dawson, although him and BSD would be interesting. I don't think Terrence McKinney is quite in that spot, although it's not the worst one because McKinney is Mr. Get or Get Got. Someone's going to sleep in that fight. Rebecki would be friggin' bananas. It's not Joel Alvarez, but Rebecki would be freaking bananas, and he was one half of one of the most insane fights of 2024. So,
yeah,
sure, I'll go with Rebecki.
I'll be really shocked if any of these gentlemen can make actually the lightweight limit. I'm hopefully just for their own safety, for the weight cutting, they moved the fight to 160, 165, maybe even welterweight, because all these gentlemen who have big weight, like Dawson, it's just a really big weight cut for an opponent like BSD. So Rebecki makes sense. Yeah, let's hope. McKinney would be kind of a fun one. If I'm BSD, who would you take if you're a BSD? If they offered you all three of these gentlemen?
Man, depends what he's looking for. Is he looking for fight of the year possibilities? If so, you probably go with Rebecki or McKinney.
Yeah.
If you're going for, I need to be a top 15 fighter again, you probably go with Grant Dawson, but I think Grant Dawson's a miserable matchup for him.
Yeah.
I
avoid Dawson so bad. Avoid Dawson.
Yeah.
You fight Dawson on a full camp. You know, he's at a full camp, but not full camp for Dawson. So you do not fight Dawson. I mean, I think.
And I don't know if Dawson's making. Yeah, Dawson of the three guys, Dawson probably worries me the most about making 155.
Yeah.
Or 56.
Yeah, if I'm BSD, I beg for McKinney because that'd be a full action fight, and no one's highlights are highlights. That's what we want to see. That's why we like BSD.
Yeah.
So that's
we'll see if it's true, and if it is, we'll write it up, and I'm sure we'll get an answer sooner rather than later. If you're BSD, do you say, let's just try to rebook this one down the line?
We don't know the injury.
Not like a catastrophic injury.
Yeah. Is it like out for 2 weeks? Out for you don't know yet. Too many questions. Yeah. Too many questions right now.
Too many questions.
All right.
But so I like where it rocks. All right, want to do predictions?
Let's do it.
All right, let me pull up this this fight card. Bonuses? What do we got for bonuses here?
Ooh, bonuses.
Besides Montel Jackson.
Yeah, you know what? I was Montel Jackson. Performance bonus. I'm gonna go Cory Sandhagen. Give him a pick away. Performance bonus.
Oh.
And my fight of the night will be. Ooh, I already thought my fight of the night. Let's have some fun. Let's go Jeremy Stephens, Mason Jones.
Yeah, I'm kind of going with that myself. But I don't know. I think that fight's just gonna rock for as. I mean, that fight's gonna be like 4 minutes, and someone's kicking it. Someone's getting finished. All right, so I will steal your fight of the night pick and go exactly the same way. Montel Jackson performance bonus, and I will go. I'll go way off the board here. I'm going Azamat Bakayev with the other performance bonus. How about that? Going off the board.
Wait, who's
he's fighting? He's fighting Ryan Loader.
Oh, right. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, who is this?
I can't lose, Casey. I can't lose. No one else is gonna pick that, man. Yeah, right. I'm gonna pick him.
Okay, he's fought one fight. Yeah, he beat Zach Reese. Okay. There's a reason I don't remember his name. Okay.
All right. Should we go like the last 7 fights for predictions?
Yeah, start at Tate Santos.
Yeah, Miesha Tate -152, the favorite. These odds, by the way, courtesy of our friends at FanDuel. The comeback on Yana Santos +128. Casey, can Miesha Tate make it 2 in a row?
No, I know it's good. It's good for the division. I know. I think, but it's I'm going Yana Santos in kind of a forgettable fight. God. I want to support women's MMA. God dang it. But I think it will be a forgettable fight. I think Miesha's gonna look old in there. We'll see. Maybe prove me wrong, Miesha.
I think they're both gonna look old in there, but I think Miesha Tate will look less old because she's just always been kind of better at fist fighting than Yana Santos. So because of that, I will go with Miesha Tate with a spirited but somewhat lackluster 29-28 across the board. But yeah, let's go to the first fight of the main card. Holy shit, I didn't even realize the betting odds are this wide. Mason Jones -620, the comeback on Jeremy Stephens +460. How did I set this up? I probably should have been more prepared. I didn't even post them on our channel. Casey, you go first, and then I will find my picks and I will post them for all to see.
I'm going Mason Jones. Mason Jones was always, to me, a UFC caliber lightweight. I'm not really sure why he got released. He was only 1-2 when he left the division, left the company for a little bit. I thought he was an exciting fighter. He's better than Jeremy Stephens, and Jeremy Stephens, is an exciting fighter. They'll win fight of the night because they'll just throw hammers. But Mason Jones will win a dominant 30-27.
I have Mason. I figured it. I now have it. Mason Jones. I picked 3rd round TKO in what was the fight of the night. So there you have it. Let's go to the next fight, which of course needed to be on the main card. Serhiy Sadai, the -142 favorite, takes on Cameron Smotherman, the comeback on Mr. Smotherman, +120. I'm going with the I'm going with the favorite here. Serhiy Sadai via decision in a fight that I actually think will be kind of fun.
I'm going Smotherman mostly because I like saying his name.
It is fun, right?
It's fun. It's fun. It's a fun name to say.
It's very, very fun. Let's go to the bantamweight division. The aforementioned Montel Jackson, the -225 favorite. He faces the undefeated Daniel Marcos, comes back at +188. I already said it. Montel Jackson, knockout, round 2, Casey.
Montel Jackson, knockout, round 3.
Round 3. All right.
I'm going round 3.
Montel going to round 3. We like to see it. We head to the welterweight division. We have Santiago Ponzinibbio, the slight favorite, -138. Comeback on D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez, +118. Casey, this is the toughest fight for me to pick of all of these. Who did you end up with, Santiago Ponzinibbio or Daniel Rodriguez?
Ooh, 2 aging welterweight vets. This is really a coin toss. It should be a good fight. It should be an exciting fight, but I'm going D-Rod decision.
I'm going D-Rod decision as well. If there's one fight that I think the MMA community would love to see a finish in, it's this one, because I think this one most people unanimously believe is going to go the full 15. And for time's sake, we need one of these fights to go needs to end before the 3rd round. And there could be a lot of decisions here, including the co-main event, Casey. We go to the co-main event. Big one here. We have Bo Nickal, who is the big favorite, -370. The comeback on the former 2 Division 1 champ, Reinier de Ridder, +295. Casey, if I had $20 of free money, I'd be betting on Reinier de Ridder here because those odds are crazy. But my official pick is Bo Nickal by decision. And I don't know what to expect with this fight. I truly have no idea if this is going to be fun or not. But we'll find out in a matter of hours. I'm going Nickal by decision. I assume you are going the other way.
I'm going to Ridder decision. But you know what? Even if this fight sucks, I'm still really highly anticipating it. Just because I just
Me too.
And it can suck. It can because now I have an answer. Now I know. I just don't know what to expect. But I am expecting de Ridder to win. I thought de Ridder's first 2 performances in the UFC looked great. And I know he looks kind of lanky and like unathletic, but the dude can fight. He doesn't look like he can fight, but he can fight. And so I'm going to Ridder decision. But I am excited about this fight. A lot of answers.
I hope they just kickbox the entire time. I truly do.
I would like that. Yeah.
It would be incredible theater if that is the case. Let's go to the main event, bantamweights. We have Cory Sandhagen returning for the first time since the loss to Umar Nurmagomedov. Massive favorite, -520. The comeback on Deiveson Figueiredo, +400. Again, I think if I had $20 of free money, I would put it on Deiveson Figueiredo here because I think these betting odds are just super wide. However, I'm picking Cory Sandhagen to win this fight. I do think this is more competitive than the betting odds suggest. And Sandhagen wins via unanimous decision in a fun fight. Casey, are we going to bed a little earlier because of how this fight plays out?
Going to bed about 10 minutes early because Cory Sandhagen will finish Figgy in the 4th round by submission.
Damn. Hit the music. We're out of here. I hope you're right. God, I hope you're right. Because it's going to be like 1:30 in the morning at that point. So that'd be terrific. That'd be awesome. So, hey, thank you all very much. Much appreciated. Follow with us. We will have all things UFC Des Moines at MMAfighting.com. If you just want to watch the UFC card, but you want to follow along what's going on with Canelo because you don't want to spend the money on another dog shit boxing card put on by DAZN and Ring Magazine, I don't blame you. We will have you covered there as well. MMAfighting.com will tell you everything that's happening so you can save that money. Casey,
hold on.
What?
Real quick. $20 super chat. Answer it.
Oh, Rick, you're the man. How do you like your ribeye done? Rare, medium, well. Casey, go.
Medium rare.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes. Medium rare for steak for me. 100%. Rick, you are the man. Much appreciated. That I might put a little extra shot of espresso in the old iced coffee on the drive home from Orlando tomorrow morning. So, again, enjoy the fights, everybody. Casey and I will be back to recap everything when it's all said and done. Bye-bye.